again and welcome. Today I'm going to be taking you through my new purchase from Axminster Tools and Machinery, the Axminster Professional 325 pillar drill. So without further ado, let's get up close and personal with this pillar drill. So I'm going to give you the general spec of the machine to begin with, and we're at a part of the workshop that hasn't got great lighting because I don't do much videoing here, so forgive me for that. So the first thing that actually strikes you is it's a big piece of kit, which it is. It comes in at 82 kilos, which is just under 181 pounds. So my advice is that you have two people to assemble it and erect it. I'm going to put a link in the description from a guy called Peter Parfitt, and he did a review of this or similar machine a few years ago, and he actually assembled and erected it on his own. And what he did was, and I followed his lead, you attach the column to the base and then lay that on its side, and then if your bench is big enough, lay it in such a way where you can maneuver the head, which is on its side at this stage, to locate the recess here which the column fits in. Secure it down, then you've got the whole thing together, if you like, on its side, and you can use the base as a fulcrum then to bring it upright. But as I say, I would suggest two people. That's my personal advice. Okay, so I've got some notes here just to make sure I give you all the dimensions and everything correct. So I've already said it weighs 82 kilos. It's powered by a 750 watt or 1 horsepower motor. It has a speed range of 120 up to 2,580 RPM by means of a stepped pulley system, and I'll go into that in more detail later on in the video. The chuck has a 2MT, 2 Morse taper, and is 1 mil to 16 mil, and it's a keyless operation and a very accurate chuck, as I will show you later on. The travel of the chuck is 80 mil, which is 3.1 inches, which is a nice travel, and the distance, maximum distance from the chuck to the table when it's at its lowest position is 325 mil. You can swivel the table away and use the base as a platform if you like, and then you have 500 mil between the chuck and the base of the machine. And it also, the table also tilts 45 degrees either way, and it is made of solid cast and is 290 mil square, so it's a substantial, weighty and roomy table to work with. The base is 450 mil by 270 mil, and the total dimensions of the machine as it stands is the depth from front to back is 670 mil, it's 320 mil wide, and it stands at 1,020 millimeters tall. So that is the basic spec of the machine, and now we'll get up close and personal. At the front of the machine you've got the start and stop button, and you also have a large emergency stop button here. So under normal practice you will start the machine and stop the machine. If however there is a problem, you press the emergency stop button and all power is cut to the machine, and it will not work until you twist it to the right and it pops out again. Now just beneath that stop button is a switch, and that operates a light which can swivel to whatever angle you want to get the best view of your work. Now there are two safety features, and one is the guard, the safety guard. If that moves at all, it cuts power to the machine and you will not be able to turn the machine on again until such time as the guard is back in place. And similarly with the lid, if the lid is opened, the micro switch in the lid also cuts power to the machine, and it won't start again until the lid is closed. These are the safety features that are built in, and the micro switch is in this housing here. Now the depth stop, there are a few people that have said it's in an awkward place. Well, it can be, but I personally don't find a problem. Whatever, it is now set at the maximum travel. Now if I wanted to alter the depth of drilling, I press this button here on the collar and release the handle to whatever depth I'm looking at, release the button on the collar, and now you have your depth stop set to where you want it. So really and truly no problem there whatsoever. Now I have the lid open to change the speeds and show you how easy it is. This locking bolt here, there's a corresponding one on the right hand side of the machine. So the first thing you do is loosen both bolts, and then by means of this lever here, you will see the pulleys here will slacken the belts, and then you change the belt position to the speed you require. Now up here there is a graphic showing all the belt positions to achieve the speeds available. When you've moved the belt to where you want, the jockey pulley is very intuitive. In other words, it goes to left to right to aid your changing of the belts on each pulley. Once you've achieved that, you move this again, this lever, to tighten the pulleys like so, and then secure the locking bolts, the right hand one which is out of camera and then the left hand one, and now the desired speed has been achieved. And here in the corner you can see the micro switch which is activated, meaning the machine will not turn on while the lid is open. So close the lid and now you're ready to go. Possibly the most important characteristic of a pillar drill is its accuracy of drilling. There is absolutely no play in the spindle whatsoever. The chuck is well manufactured and well balanced, and you can see here that when I shut the guard, you can see here that it rotates absolutely perfectly. Now the thing that impressed me possibly most was out of the box, the drill bit is absolutely spot on at 90 degrees to the table, both on the side there, from the side and from back to front. Absolutely spot on, which means you're getting very accurate drilling. Now the great thing about this is that even if you don't get the whole unit absolutely level on your workbench, the most important and critical factor is that the table is at 90 degrees to the chuck and the drill bit. Very important. Also a nice feature in my view is that the table is locked by means of a substantial locking lever, and it is really smooth in operation to raise or lower, and indeed the table itself can be moved, rotated, whatever you desire, again with a locking lever as opposed to the usual method. So all in all, very well manufactured and produced. Well, that concludes my overview of the Axminster Professional 325 pillar drill. Very impressed how well it operated straight from the box. No adjustments needed, perfectly perpendicular drilling, very accurate and very well balanced. I will reiterate, if you do decide to go down this route, to have some assistance to assemble and erect it. If you have any questions or queries, please put them in the comments below and I'll do my very best to answer them, or indeed contact Axminster Tools and Machinery Customer Services here in the UK, and I know they will be very happy to answer any questions that you may have. Very impressed with the power, basically impressed with everything. A couple of very neat safety features as well, should you so need them in the environment in which it's going to be used. Well, thank you very much indeed for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers now.